Hi, ladies. Welcome back to the Style Your Dreams podcast. I'm so excited you're back. I'm so excited to have this conversation with you today. So welcome back. So today I was on my morning walk and I got present to how mostly we do life. A lot of the times, not all the time. But what I began to recognize, and I noticed that mostly how we do life is we create goals, right? We create things we really want to accomplish, and we set our goals down, and sometimes we do reverse engineering with how to get there. Sometimes we do other things, but then we start to take action to make our goals, our dreams happen, right? You all know all of this because I know I'm speaking to highly productive, highly successful women. So you're familiar with goal setting and all of that. But one thing to realize is that most of the time, once we set our goals, we then go into get things done mode. And if you're anything like me, sometimes when I really want a goal to happen and I start taking the actions and maybe it's not happening, maybe you're not seeing the results, maybe you're trying hard, or maybe you just see some results start to come to you a little by little, but you're not really seeing the breakthrough results that you're committed to having. So what happens next? I'll tell you what happens for me and most of the women that I coach. We go into, I don't know what we should call it, hyperdrive, like really committed, a forceful mode. Like, I am going to make this happen. Why? Because we're so used to getting results in life. We then think that how we get results in life is by putting in the hard work, forcing an outcome, grinding it out. How many of you can relate to that? Like wanting a goal so bad, you will do anything for it. So you work harder, you work longer hours. You're probably the person that people look at and think you work harder than anyone they know. Right? I know I am sometimes. I think I'm being lazy. And people around me are like, oh my gosh, how are you getting all of this done? Like, you're working so hard. Because when I get committed to something, when I get committed to a goal, a dream, then I will do whatever it takes to make that happen. And I'm someone who fulfills my dreams on a regular basis. I'm really great at manifesting things that I want. But when I don't, when I'm not on that trajectory, what happens? I go into grinding it out. I go into working really hard and looking for the right answer. And usually what I'm doing is I'm looking for answers outside of me. So I am looking for the next best program, the next best coach, the next best, I don't know, whatever's going to get me there quicker, the next best insight. I even sometimes will talk to God or the universe in a demanding tone because I'm trying to get where I want to get. Can you relate to that? So what I have found over the years is that just doesn't work. And in fact, all that happens when I'm in that mode and when I watch other people be in that mode, all that happens is your life gets worse, doesn't it? You start getting edgy with the people around you. You start being short. You start not enjoying life. Life becomes a struggle, and not just that area anymore, because it goes in and it infiltrates every area of your life. So your new perspective of life is hard, struggle, grinding. So it transfers to every single area of your life. So maybe your relationship is going amazing, but you can't reach this business goal. And so you're working so hard and frustrated and all of that. So then you transfer that into your relationship, and then your relationship starts not going well. And then your finances don't go that great. So where you could have made a lot of money in the past effortlessly, it's now been a struggle. Or your relationship with your kids is now strugglesome. I'm trying to think of a different word, but it has struggle in it as well. So what if there's a different answer? Oh, before I go there, let's just talk about why we do this. I think why we do this is because it's what we've seen modeled forever, right? I don't know about you, but I was raised with a hardworking mom, hardworking people around me. Even the successful business people I know, they are very hard workers. They are very great at producing results. So it's everywhere. And in society, we have this thing where it's like, work hard to get ahead. Work hard to make more money. The early bird gets the worm. There's so many phrases and beliefs out there that the only way to truly have amazing results in life is to work really, really, really hard and grind it out. I happen to think there's a better way. I've used this way in my personal life. I've used this way in my business life. I've used this way coaching my clients. There is a more magical way, dare I say. Because if you know me at all, you know I'm big into energy and magic, and things can happen in a different way. Well, what's that way? Well, what if you can first of all take a deep breath? When you notice that you're in that like forcing an outcome, grinding way, can you take a deep breath? Then the next step is, where I always go to, is gratitude. That's like my place that I go anytime life's not working. I go to gratitude. Why? Because the universe and God loves gratitude. So the more grateful you are for what you have already accomplished and what you already have in your life, and the people, the money, the things, the whatever, the more you can be grateful, the more the universe wants to give you. So the first place I go is gratitude. And I literally think of gratitude. Sometimes I will think of what I'm grateful for until it makes me cry. Because there's so much in our lives that's so extraordinary. And that if you stop and get present to it, it will make you cry what you have available in your life. And I think it's particularly important in those moments where we're struggling and efforting and grinding it out to stop. I mean, by the way, stopping for an hour, a day, a week is not going to change much. Even if you think it will, it can only produce good things, because you're struggling and efforting is only producing no results anyways. So you might as well take some time away, come from gratitude, and then look to see. I always like to go back to why I even have the goal. Why? Why did I even create that that's what I want? And is it still what I want? If the answer is yes, awesome. If the answer is no, then go down a different path. And just because something isn't working out in the time frame that you had hoped, wished, wanted it to happen, doesn't mean it wasn't meant for you. Because sometimes people can go there, right? People can say, oh, well, it's not happening, so it wasn't meant to be. No. That's not what that means. That just means whatever you asked for is taking longer for the universe to give you, in my view. So come from gratitude. See, is it really what you want? And if it is, great, keep going. And if it's not, change paths. Okay, let's say it is. So now, how do you keep going? Well, we know that the struggle, efforting, working hard, grinding something out, we know that isn't working, right? We can take a step back and look and see, okay, that's not working. So what could work? Well, I tend to think that it's better to come from a flowy place in life. What does that mean? I kind of like to liken it to surrendering, taking my hands off the wheel, surrendering. And I like to do this out loud. I like to say, God, I surrender. So whatever I'm doing is not working. So will you show me the way to make this happen? Because I really want XYZ to happen. And typically within a day or so, I get some answers. If you don't believe in God, it's okay. Use the word universe or whatever you do believe in. Hopefully you believe in something bigger than you. If you don't, then this won't work for you. But if you do, ask for guidance. Universe, help me see something I don't see about how to produce this result. And take a breath. And I keep saying that because it's important not to just take a breath once, but take several breaths. Take a day to reevaluate the situation and maybe even ask yourself, if I were coming about the same goal from a flowier place, what does flowy mean? Well, one example I love to use is if I'm trying to be creative and I'm at my computer trying to write something or trying to work on something and I'm trying to be creative and things just aren't happening. You've had those experiences, right? Where you're like, you're trying to make something happen. You're doing it over and over and over and it's just not happening. What I like to do is get up, get away from my computer, go for a walk. Why? It's not happening at my computer. Maybe it'll happen when I walk. And what I know about myself is when I go for walks in nature, all these ideas start flooding to me and life is so much easier. And I can produce more during a 20-minute walk than I can in hours of sitting at my computer. But a lot of times we're afraid to just walk away. We think that that means something about us. We think that, I don't know, we think that it's not going to turn out right. And that's not true. So be willing to step away. Take care of yourself. Go on that walk and watch. The ideas will start to pop into you and you'll have this experience of being in flow. So I am a huge advocate of being in flow in life because then life just gets easier. Life gets more amazing. And when you're in flow and allowing, you're surrendered, you're coming from gratitude and you're allowing the universe to give you what it is that you're wanting, what it is that you're looking for, magic just starts to happen. And as I said, I am a huge advocate for magic to happen. Yes, please. Yes, universe, give me the path of least resistance, please, to accomplishing everything that I've dreamed of. And I have to also create a mantra for myself from time to time that just says, I refuse to live in a world of struggle. I just don't. When there's struggle happening, I want nothing to do with it. It's so funny because a lot of times, because it has been my default mode to work really hard, grind things out, and struggle, as it is with most successful women. But it is funny when I'm in those modes where I'm like, I am going to make this happen. It never, ever happens. And it's funny, I'll go for a walk with my husband and we'll be talking and I'm like, it's just not happening. And he's like, I know, and it's not going to happen. He's such a great mirror for me from time to time to tell me like, yeah, you're in a world of struggle and nothing ever comes when you're in the world of struggle. So are you willing to try something new? Are you willing to let go of the struggle, the grind, the working really, really hard for a more magical, flowy life where you still get what you want? You're just getting it in a way that feels good. I want that. Yes, please sign me up for that. I want a life of flowiness, magic, miracles all around me with ease. So now what do I have to do to get that? Well, the steps that I talked about earlier, I need to notice, first of all, when I'm not there, when I'm in the forceful grinding it out mode. I need to notice that, take a step back, take a breath, come from gratitude, and ask myself, do I still want this or not? If the answer is yes, then look at it from another way and look to see how I can create flow in that moment. And a lot of times, sometimes I'll even take a day and just do self-care. I know some of you who have jobs and busy schedules, you can't do that. Maybe take a Saturday if you can, but take an hour. Do some self-care, and then you'll be amazed. Stuff will start flowing to you. So I hope that contributes to your life today. And I hope you start to notice when you are in force, grinding it out, trying to make something happen, and it's not. And I hope that you remember this conversation and come back to it, because I want you to have a life that you've always dreamed of. That's my goal for you, is you manifest everything you've ever dreamed of. Your life is flowy. All the areas of life are working. And if life's not like that, and you need someone in your corner to help you have your life like that, please reach out to me. Get on my calendar. Let's book a call and see how I can help you live that miraculous life. Because I promise you, it's available to you. So check out the link below and find out how to get on my calendar. And I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you for coming back. Please subscribe if you have not already. Please subscribe and tell your friends about it. That's how we can make a bigger difference. So thank you for being here. I look forward to talking to you next time. Have a great day.